with water balloons, tennis balls, snowballs, basketballs, paintballs, rotten tomatoes and peppers from the farm, rolled off of rooftops, and generally didn't get a whole lot of wins in those early years. But every once in a while, he would totally flip out and left you tenfold on whatever you came out with him, as if teaching you a lesson that enough is enough and to keep you in check. Like this one time when I purposefully missed him. I missed him on purpose with a baseball, and boy oh boy did he flip out. He came after me and I learned my lesson very quickly. But this is a very, very good example of how Luke, being the younger brother, has taught me to keep things in check and to never get too big for your britches. Yep. Over the years, I've also found Luke to be quite a motivator, and he's taught me many lessons on how to be motivated towards a goal. If anybody knows Luke, you know at times he can be a little bit of a picky eater. And when we were growing up, we weren't allowed to get up from the table until everything was done. So needless to say, over the period of 1988 to the present, Luke doesn't like broccoli all that much. And so again, as I mentioned, we weren't allowed up on the table. And this wasn't much of a problem for me, as my taste buds are outstanding. But for him, this was very, very problematic. And he used to sit at the table for hours upon hours, trying a variety of different methods in order to try to overcome this problem, such as trying to swallow them whole, or also experimenting with a variety of different condiments to try to overpower the taste. But none seemed to work except for this one particular summer day back in 1992, when I noticed that Mr. Lukey was up from the table particularly early on this summer day. And I can remember thinking to myself, how in the world he was able to get up from the table when I went to the bathroom and then continued to wash my hands. And I noticed that the water was coming up through the bathroom drain site very quickly when I looked down the drain pipe, and lo and behold, there were 4 broccoli stalks covered in mustard jammed down the bathroom sink drain. And in this way, I thought this was quite creative and motivating for that matter, but this is again Luke being the motivator that he is. When he puts his mind to something, he's going to find a way to get it done. Looking back on the period of 1984 to the present, I've also found Luke to be my best friend. First off, one characteristic of a best friend to me, this is critical, is that under no circumstances do they ever cast any judgment on you for any reason whatsoever. Back in 2012, Luke was hustling home from work back to our home in Pennsylvania to make it in time for Thanksgiving dinner. And he had which was a 2-hour drive, and he had a heck of a time trying to make his way back. He got stuck in traffic. He peed in a Gatorade bottle in order to save some time. And then to top it off, his truck broke down about 4 miles from the house. So when we got the call, my pops and I grabbed the truck. We grabbed another chain. We grabbed the chain. Went down the street and towed his truck back to the house as the turkey was coming out of the oven. Just in time. So my father and I woke up the next morning and we started working on the vehicle immediately, trying to get it running again. And I'm not sure where Luke was at the time, but we had been working on the vehicle for 3 or 4 hours, and I started to develop quite a thirst when I noticed down in the driver's side door panel, only to find a slightly frozen yet completely filled bottle of yellow Gatorade. I was quite excited about my discovery and continued to pound it down. We continued to work on the vehicle for another hour until we finally quit, until we went into the house. And this is where Luke noticed that the empty Gatorade bottle was dangling out of my coat pocket, which I purposefully put there to help thaw out the remaining 2 little ice chunks that were dangling out of the bottle. But this is where he proceeded to tell me that, in fact, what was in the Gatorade bottle was not Gatorade. It was, in fact, his urine. The moral of the story is that to this day, Luke has still never casted any judgment on me for enjoying his thirst-quenching urine, thus making him one great best friend. I've gotten to know Catherine over the last couple of years, and I can honestly say I have not met one better match for Luke. Over this time frame, interestingly, she too is a younger sibling, a great teacher, a motivator, and now a best friend, which makes her and Luke one magical connection. And I couldn't be happier for the both of them. In closing, people say that marriage is about finding your perfect match, and my brother has done just that. So please raise your glass.
Yeah!
To the bride and groom. And here is a big congratulations to Luke and Kate, and to 1,000 years of health, happiness, and prosperity together. Thank you.